ever used the Ultimate Flying Geese ruler by Creative Grids? Have you used one?
I have used this one.
Okay.
And it is one of my favorite Flying Geese tools.
Okay, lots of your patterns, and especially this one, is written just to do a Flying Geese. If I want a finished size of 4x8 on my Flying Geese, then I would cut one background of 9 3/4, and then I would cut 4 5 1/4 inch squares. So the next thing that you do is you cut your 4 inches, draw a line right down the center, and then you're going to sew 1/4 inch across on one side and 1/4 inch on the other side of these two. And I should have sewn those in darker fabric, but you know, I had white in there. And then we're going to cut right down on your sewn line. So that is just a little bit different than sewing on your sewn line. So then what we'll do is we're gonna fold this out and it makes a little heart.
And this is the part where I always get confused.
Okay.
Because I'm like, I did it wrong.
I know.
It doesn't look like a flying geese.
It doesn't look like a flying goose. All right, just remember your wings and your background. So then we will take, and we have 2 segments right here, right? We're gonna take and we're gonna lay this one right on the corner. Cheri, I'm gonna hand this off to you. Okay, you ready? She's got me sewn right here. I'm gonna cut right down the center line, and magically I have 2 flying geese. All right, so now I have this 1/4 inch flying geese. Okay, what's the next worst part about flying geese?
Making sure they're trimmed square.
Because look, I've got a wonky side right here, and I've got these little dog ears. That's where I love this ruler. Okay, so on this ruler, you actually have 2 sides. You have a trim 1 and a trim 2. I also love Creative Grids because if you ever put it away for a few times and you're like, I don't know what the heck I'm doing, you can just use that little.
Scan that and get a little tutorial.
Okay, so depending on your size and depending on the size you use down here, you've got A through H. We did an H ruler, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just lay this H right here, and I'm gonna use this H marking that comes up and down right on my flying geese. Now remember, this is fabric, not cement. We can manipulate it just a little bit so that we get that perfect. Okay, so then I'm gonna trim along the side and along the top. That's my trim 1.
That's trim 1?
Yep, that's my trim 1. Now look, I've got a perfect 1/4 inch, so I should not lose my point right there if I use this ruler, because don't you also hate when you are sewing and you lose your point?
Yes.
Okay, so now we turn this upside down and we turn to trim 2. So you'll see there's a line here, comes all the way across here. So now I'm gonna lay this right exactly. Be sure to manipulate your fabric just a little bit so that you get that right on that line.
It's not that it's not squared, you just haven't set it down and there's a little bit of a...
Right. Now do you see how much excess I have here?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to trim, trim 2, and voila. Perfect flying geese with a perfect 1/4 inch right along here, and I should be able to just lay that right on the top of my square.
I love that they're
Tools,
so
it's all about
big.
tools. Yeah. Tools in the kitchen, tools in there. So that is what I wanted to show you. We do have these Flying Geese rulers, and we have a really great project that's coming up in a couple of weeks. So if you want to pick one up now, you'll be ready to go. But it's all about the tools you have in your sewing room and knowing how to use them.